2G, they have
Okay.
an opportunity now to head into Ascent, which they've been
Raid
on.
boss. Raid boss and Xander, and we said that they were gonna walk middle.
And you're exactly right, Josh. Taking a look at our
Not they,
pistol round here
not
for
that we
Ascent.
said. He said.
Look best at.
And I do want to point out
Drone over towards here. Smoke kind of stops the original plan though. Flash through, triple. Oh my goodness.
Pistol that we've seen a lot of teams go for.
Flash over the top.
15 seconds in, looking
And you
for
got
that
Teo
point.
damage to make him go
Hopefully
in.
2G
So
players
anyone that
closer.
tanks the flash will tuck into the
Trying to find that
corners.
timing past Arsena's drone in B main.
Slow and steady.
And Asana, the only person with the classics, is going to have a lot to do here.
Jiggling gets the info. Deep knife against the door. It's going to be tagging and suppressing her up. Flashes through into the smokes. They're getting bodies now into the fray and into the fight here. Up through stairs. Going to be certain and trying to clear up this guy. Asana eventually.
Asana's aim is looks so wild.
One as Askia was taken out in the midst of all of this one. Now 4 players locked up onto the side here for 2G. Yes, you got the plant down. No control of B main though.
They still have paranoia. They still have salvos. There are plenty of tools here for 2G's post plan.
The shake, yeah, the shake's
gearing themselves up.
the shake's crazy.
Having to clear most of the way here. They're worried about B main to a degree, but starting to take a few pot shots now, clearing its way through.
Oh, dude, the shocks were kind of nice there.
It's a turret propped up, trying to take that point. LZ just 10 HP.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice on this one. Drone goes out, spots one. Insta group after that. They had the clear over towards middle and then insta descent it.
Very aware of where 100 Thieves were going to be swinging through. You saw LZ pre-aiming it. Knew where both of those 100 Thieves players were going to be on the replay.
What is salvos? The rockets from the tail.
100 Thieves composition. The desk were talking about it a little bit. It lacks the KO.
Camping,
so
chicken and
lacking
rice.
stopping power against fast A execs, or really fast execs.
Are we doing a
anywhere on the
repeat?
map, but the KO would usually be playing A. And so a lot of the stress is going to come onto people like Asana to be using the stun, use the salvos at the right times to shut down these attacking timings, because you can't.
Okay, anything crazy. Boostio buys Sheriff, that's about it.
Defense-sided map if you play it properly. And so even
What,
just
did
winning
you
the
eat,
pistol
Yampy?
is a
That's
massive
true.
beginning to 2G. And they did win both of the pistols against Crew.
He's gonna be in something weird today, man.
In that series.
Oh, we got the leak out smoke, the Boaster special.
Got a bit of coverage here, and he's taking a
Nice shot.
It's instantly traded off here, but there's potentially danger circling around these 2G players. As the salvo's just barely missing here. Cautiously just trying to step themselves into the site. Finally a bit of clearance
It's
down into
unlucky. He
hell.
went for the left click, right click to max it.
Trying to flood their way through. And the attempt to follow up onto the damage there, but navigated well, 3 players surviving.
Not the heaviest buy in the world, and a little bit of damage done, but still plenty to go in here with a nice bonus round. Now, one of the things that that 2G was doing really well, I think, on
The
their
leak out
attack side
smoke, yeah,
against
is nice.
Crew, when we previously saw them on Ascent, was being really decisive in these kind of first 40 seconds of a round where you find a timing and you send it. A lot of that was focused on
Okay,
mid,
for the bonus,
but
looks
that
like they're
just
gonna
happened to be
fast
because
be
of the
hit. And
position
honestly, if we're
being
looking at the
played.
minimap, doesn't look too bad
Yeah,
at the
you see
moment
all
for
groups up
2G.
towards B main. Maybe identifying
Yampy for
that there's a
breakfast had an
potential
incredible
weakness.
Turkish eggs with
That close,
homemade
that's the catch on the
sourdough
boost
bread
deal.
and yogurt.
Setup's going
Dinner,
down. Does it
an
cause a speed
incredible,
up from 2G?
both
Doesn't look
incredible,
likely.
pasta bolognese made in the oven with cheese on top.
To give
Damn,
too much away,
Yampy.
forcing out the drone. On
Live-
top of it,
live
there's a
and
flash
dream.
of the salvos up towards the corner. Deep dash as well. In through the smoke.
Okay, what
Boostio
damage can they do on this
suppressing
bonus?
fire, layering
Because
it all the way down with a rifle in hand.
Boostio's
Staring at
looking
2G.
nice
Cut off
though.
with the choke
I
there,
will
just
say
from the
Cryo gave
salvos.
some lovely support
Played down
flashes.
Lassiter. It's all just support that's being brought in here for Boostio to take over. At this point for 2G. Too many more chances. Good cleanup and good trade on top of it. Gobert would have to go huge, I think, to try and even stand any sort of chance here. 100 Thieves got
Contact home and flash
They're
swing.
holding paranoia for him too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got no hope.
It's a high-low, and Yuto's going to be used as soon as he just peeks wide into the corner. Head clean off. So
Hey, very, very nice. Again, Cryo, lovely flashes.
Taking a look at the defensive setup there, Boostio almost getting caught. Once he got hit by that KO knife at the beginning, I was worried that 2G were going to immediately accelerate.
King of cupcakes, what the hell?
Started going forwards just as Boostio's util was coming back up. But it's the defensive util from the 2 initiators that you pointed out. Recon Dart gets Boostio his first kill, and then Salvos in the choke point completely isolate Askia and LZ. So they've got to be worried about that stuff.
Yeah, there's a nice little recon here as well.
And you see, if 2G go for
Big,
a fast
big
time,
buy rounds.
you're running into those kind of tools, the recon, the salvo, that kind of thing. But also, Cryo's cross-map teleports are supposed to also be a guarantee against fast hit timings, because he can be on B or A within the first 30 seconds. Normally teams are
Okay,
gonna wanna play a
knife
little
hit,
bit
so they
slower
know that
against
they got to
newer
use the flash over
compositions. As
towards
you see here, about 30
A.
seconds into the round, second gate crash having to be used, and Cryo swaps over his positioning to be playing up here.
Okay, late take of B main, late take of A main. A made sound, B now made sound. Instant info after double orbs get taken, drone over towards middle.
Really committing to a site. Very slow. Exiting that minute mark now into round 4.
This gate crash is about to go down as well, and that will leave these B players a little more stranded without help.
Yeah, and honestly,
Exactly
the 100 Thieves comp,
landing B main
like
control
once the
there.
drones have gone out, they don't
Primed
get
and
that
ready.
much info.
Thieves missing the mid-round
It's still
info.
nice from 2G. They got a turret early contact, and Recon's going to go out.
Play by 2G might have just set them up quite nicely here. Still got to deal
Big
with the setup
Recon,
though.
let's
Dash
see it.
forwards, turret actually going to be broken. A bit of stray spam there. He's just dropped down to 10 HP.
No way.
Thorns. Slightest bit of chip damage, and Boostio rooted out.
I wonder if they need to be a little bit more... Wait.
This
If
time,
they
the
need
two
to be a
defenders
little
fall
bit
on
more
site.
proactive.
Despite the recon, you're right, the spam was just super good.
Damn, nice shots.
And everybody from 100 Thieves who takes
Damn,
a
nice
peek
flash.
is getting destroyed.
And they're just dribbling
Nice
away
rounds.
to the side here. Silence fully on cleanup duty.
Yeah, this looked nice from
round
And
2G.
what a
good
change of
macro
pace.
play, yeah.
We've been given a lot of props to LZ. He's 1-1 at the moment, hasn't quite yet had his chance to come online, but he has, ever since picking up the RGL role, he has really been putting out good individual performances too.
Oh
But I
my.
think the way that they're playing right now is they're not doing anything too crazy, running a bit of a default at the beginning.
Pretty drilled. No, the
Some
take
noise.
was
They
nice.
didn't
The
break
call
alarm
was
in
nice
mid,
as well.
But 100 Thieves had
And they
already
created
fallen
enough
back
pressure
into
around the
really
map here.
defensive setups, and as soon as those gate crashes were gone,
And the call came in nice and
Boostio
early
and
as
EU
well.
little out on an island in B.
Like even if 100 Thieves were gonna like body re-clear A, like there was only really, what, 15 seconds maybe
This drone is getting used
before they
on
actually
very
just
early
re-hit.
timing. Basically
I
every
say
round for
re-hit, hit
Hustler,
B.
he's going to have to slow that down.
Okay,
a little
Boostio
more, I
takes the
think,
hit in
because
terms
crucial
of
information is not coming
the,
through until, I don't know,
the
45
money.
seconds on the clock.
EU doesn't even have drone this round, but okay, a bit of a re-clear now with the salvos.
Okay, this is nice from 100 Thieves,
Off the
getting way more
mark,
aggro on
LZ
this
still
one.
Holding up top.
They don't.
Pretty. Flash peek.
I wonder if he's gonna do this smoke.
And you see Cryo just
Create
ping-ponging
pressure?
from one
Yeah, there
side
we
to
go.
the other, trying to figure out where he should be landing. This round, it's only the turret watching information across in mid.
I mean, they have no info, do they? As you said, it's just a turret.
Yeah, so they've got some idea that a B split is not happening right now, but as soon as this gate crash goes down, they're gonna be left out in the open and so open to a null command exec.
It's the slow play. Setting up now for the B split, and yeah, gate crash has faded. Boosty, it's a good time.
Killjoy, oh, 30 seconds.
That's gonna put this.
Just gonna wait for it, or are you
What's the
pivoting?
option now for 2G? You don't have A main control.
Nah,
Is he
knife
gonna
over
pivot to a
towards
different
A to
direction?
make
Just
it look like
making
you're gonna do
firing
it.
off some util, like
Then
you're trying to fake
insta
to the
KO
A,
all,
presence is coming
so that
through,
the
but now
Killjoy util goes
it's go
down.
time. Sending it flying forward. Still 2 players to
Wait.
anger. This is EU.
Oh, they're
Back
just getting
against the
still by
wall,
mollies,
stunned up
no?
inside the smoke, and time is ticking. It's really the only win con they've got to work with, but a dash forwards and a flash peeking, facing still. Turrets. At least the Nanoswarm's doing a bit of damage here. 100 Thieves attempting to flood back in. This is all 2G.
Fair play. They didn't even need to KO all.
1v3 for Xander.
They just tanked the mollies and ran through.
The first fight, and there's damage done. Winnable scenario. You'll need a few freebies. Paranoia gliding forwards, sidestep just in time. No player giving up openings here, dropping to just 26
He's
health.
actually gonna save.
Running short on time.
Holy, they're off.
Short
They're off to
options,
an
and Xander's
incredible
realised it.
start on this.
This is a disaster for 100 Thieves.
No, it's an
Silence is doing an amazing job at
absolute
keeping people out when
disaster.
they try to flood defend back
They
in.
need to
Even in a round like
need
this,
to
where
get
they
more info.
break the lockdown, and they've got a decent idea when the turret goes down what's going on. They just couldn't get bodies into position quickly enough. There's
Yeah,
no help
so
for the
it's
players
looking
on
like, you know, when
site.
100 Thieves, you know,
He
in the
wasn't
normal
even
comp when you
feeling
have like
comfortable to
a
use his
knife
recon
to
as
re-clear
the
like
players
A main,
came in.
B main,
I mean, this is
like that.
a dysfunctional defense at the
Looking,
moment for 100
it's looking
Thieves.
like
They
they're
need to make
missing
some
stuff like
adjustments.
that.
It's a wider problem, I think, as well for 100 Thieves in terms of the tempo they want to play at. They're running 2 characters here, Josh, with drones. You have a stealth drone, you have the Sova drone. You can get mid-round information quite easily with this.
Yeah, I think they need to delay the
at the beginning
drones.
of the round.
Yeah, they are using it quite early. I think they were probably
They are.
expecting a bit of a faster tempo from 2G. And 100 Thieves, if you asked Zix and the rest of the squad, what speed would you like to play at? They'd be like, oh, well, I'd love to fight in the first 20 seconds.
The barriers go down.
Yeah,
have you heard of Paper X?
Yeah.
They're doing really well these days.
100 Thieves
Damn, bro. Is everyone beating on Paper X?
Dragging the pace super slow like this puts them in very uncomfortable situations. And this is already, as I mentioned, a disaster beginning on Ascent. Ascent can be a map where you completely close out an opponent.
Yeah.
I mean,
G2 rivalry in stage 2. Imagine it.
Attack, where they completely shut them out. But
they get Spike back.
You can have phenomenal defense sides on this
G2
map.
somehow have a slump.
Like they're going to be going down 5-1,
and then it's the battle for whoever keeps their spot in Americas.
2G have yet to use
it would be a crazy story.
I thought they were going to rip the null command in the previous round. Didn't even have to. Arguably one of the biggest ults you have on the attack side, and they have yet to use it.
It's a long way off though, but
100 Thieves. Now, in terms of the tempo they're going to be playing at the beginning of the round, probably wait until next round.
Okay, so they go down to an eco, and then we'll see what's going to go down with how they want to play.
Want to give it a util here for a bit of aggression, potentially to re-clear through into a main. And that's a flash primed and ready. Salvos of their own, so 2G. More of attrition has taken place, really, but
if they had like flash and salvos here to try to re-clear through A main, maybe they'd be able to generate a pick out of that. But by using them at the start of the rounds, they're just kind of allowing 2G to slowly take map control. And 100 Thieves run out of tools to be able to work
Same
with.
thing though.
Here's the drone used.
Lose A. Insta drone.
Oh, has that spotted a corner?
He did spot around the corner though. I do like the change up though from 100 Thieves. Like this turret over towards B is kind of what they needed. They can keep the 4-person stack. They got info. Oh boy. They came up on minimap.
He bites back and bites back hard. Eventually it's going to be like clearer, but 100 Thieves have arrived in time. Askia. It's a lone warrior now, left to stand onto the side here. He knows exactly where the two players are. 34 seconds left, and he needs some clean kills.
Nicely done, okay. A good change up from 100 Thieves. That info really helped them here.
Could be the round to get them back into the game.
Yeah, they get a lot of money here from the guns picked up.
This time it was all about getting the gamble stack in the right place. And also 2G hitting on a slightly faster timing.
I mean, they didn't do their normal B clear.
They managed to get 4 players stacked over towards A. Gambling that A main control this time was going to be for real. And it paid off. When you are playing against a slower team, you can afford to make more of these gambles. Because if you stack A for like 20 seconds and then start spreading
they go for it again.
They're not going to run a fast hit somewhere else on the
Where's
map.
the alarm bot?
And Cryo picks up the operator. This could be a game changer.
Holds on to the alarm bot. Are they wanting them to like drone and then he places it? No, okay.
Stage 1. He's been a nightmare, a phenom.
Deep knife at the beginning. A bit more delayed in terms of stealth drone. Bit of presence into B main now, shown by 2G, and they do have this null command, and here it is. Emanating out.
Well,
be shutting down.
good luck to Boostio. Ooh, tail all on top. It doesn't do enough damage to the... Doesn't do enough damage to the KO.
Dimensional drift out and wide.
Mate, you're in trouble. You're not. He doesn't have a TP out of it, and he's got an op. Oh boy, I'm not sure about that one.
Not anticipating it could be punched up onto that position. Same could be said for LZ. Bullet to the back of the brain. It's EU now versus the world in a 1v2. Spike planted down. Midst of all this chaos, drone up and over towards the top. It's a tag off in through the back of the site.
Wait, what?
Reveal, no tag.
Did he just get around the corner?
Try and make a play.
I feel like he was good for it.
Waiting off this flash timing. He knows
the
positioning with the salvo in the barrel. Betrays
3 bullets, 1 bullet.
Look at this. Anticipation reload has to be committed. Ooh. And a shot just not quite landing for EU.
100 Thieves win a round, lose the next.
2G get their
not good
round.
for the econ.
And another brutal one for 100 Thieves to lose.
It's feel a little bit weird from 100 Thieves.
Operator, unfortunately, just is not going to have the cash to be able to get it back up online.
Look, it felt like the call came in for them to play site, just as they like hit.
It was like Boostio didn't realize that they'd already gotten in with the jet.
Yeah.
In the comms, maybe they thought that they'd held them all at the choke point, but Boosty just got completely flanked.
Yeah.
Looked oblivious there in his anchor position, and Cryo got completely stuck in the back of sight as well. The details all going wrong. And 2G will happily pick up another.
Oh boy.
Little bait and switch. Hunter's Fury is being offloaded. This is a half-by round for 100 Thieves, and they're making a go at this. But it's not coordinated with much else. It's a weird one.
Yeah, very strange.
Bit flustered perhaps from 100 Thieves when you're down this many rounds. Send defense.
They might feel like they need this round, but the
No,
buy
I
was
mean,
just
it
not good
feels
enough
like
to support
they
using an
went,
ultimate at the start of the
went
round like
pretty
that.
in with the
Double
ult.
stack.
It's not paid off this time, has it? On the previous Thrifty, they managed to put their players in the right positions, but this time, EU just hoping that they've run
Yeah,
away
we've seen
from
a
the
lot
Hunter
this year.
Fury.
We've been talking about a lot. The ults on the ecos.
Silver linings.
Yeah.
Before you have an
Ultimate out,
advantage.
but they're grasping at straws here. 2G looking like they're set up pretty to get to 6 on the attack side of Ascent.
It's a spike laid down here.
Drawing up the top, jump across.
Missed it ever so
Gonna
slightly.
take the long route.
Hoping for a bit of a shortcut up into heaven. Just going to be
Dude, yeah, if
pre-aimed.
you miss that, you really
Fired.
have... That's kind of like your
That's
whole
just also
drone
look to do
is jumping up.
damage.
This delays a little bit of time.
Money is low for a few of the 2G players, so it could
A great
pay
Omen
dividends.
flashback,
Still,
jump
Paranoia
up.
is perfect, just sweeping up top here.
Hit 2 unless Cryo's got an
Off the door
absolute
angle,
madness in him.
jutting
This is
smoke,
done.
but enough guns, enough watchful eyes on top of it, and
Dude, 6?
everybody dismissed from 100 Thieves. 6-2 now for 2G.
You wouldn't believe this is the same team that
Aye,
you saw
Truck, yeah,
at
it is.
kickoff. And admittedly, it's not 100% the same team.
No,
They have made
no.
roster changes. But the core of this squad, when they came up to play in kickoff, they looked like they didn't believe in themselves at all.
No, they didn't. Zero confidence. At this.
The 2G team, they did have zero confidence. They looked like one of the worst teams that we had across all of the leagues, just because they didn't
yeah.
have the confidence to be able to take fights, to challenge people. And now here they are, slinging it against teams that are looking, what was it, 92% chance of making playoffs or something? 100 Thieves has at this point.
Yeah.
That was...
Sitting at 2-1
was
overall with the standings. It's the percentage is high. Listen, don't ask
Changed
me
my
about the
bit rate
numbers.
now.
But
It's still at
2G with
8,000.
a great lead against them and all the chances in the world.
You're not
here
the
of
first
taking
person to
Ascent.
say that
They
today,
forced the
though. I
second
don't know what's
tag
going
timer
on.
Out of 100 Thieves.
Yep. Granted as well. Had a pinch of salt, I think, towards it. I mean, for 2G, Ascent is probably the map that they've looked the best at, I would argue.
Yeah.
In terms of how proactive they are, they definitely showed up versus Crew. The desk was kind of alluding to that point here. It's just about keeping it going. And for 100 Thieves, the one thing that they have proved, give you a little bit of hope, honestly, is resilience. They definitely showcased that.
Yeah, when they played against Loud, it was like some switch activated
At the
halfway through the
halfway
series.
point of Icebox.
Yeah. And we've got Icebox as our second map again today. It could all play out
The
exactly
top
the same.
bar? Yeah, that's why I went
Mistakes.
to YouTube.
These players waking up, realizing that they need to be a bit more proactive. And I think you could say the same here on their defense. They need to be chilling out a bit in the first 30 seconds of the round, realizing 2G are not going to
Okay,
go for
up
these
on
passes.
defense, and this is what we thought was going to be happening
A bit
more
proactivity
when
to
they
take
put the
space
Euro
and
in the first
attention
place.
Once you get to about the minute mark on
The
the clock.
second time they've had this
There's
rank, so
Cryo
obviously they
holding
had it
his
for the KO all round.
He is all the way far back
Drone
mid.
goes over
It's not
towards
just
middle.
somebody
Instant
leading up
reaction is to
forwards,
go.
He's just trying to get
Reinforce
the
B.
maximum duration out of his gate crash.
but- Right.
Definitely want to
Slowing
keep
it
an eye
down.
on this. They've been
Beginning of
droning
rounds, like
mid
we were discussing.
all the
So now
time.
this gate crash will expire about minute on the clock. Quite an early drone again from Asana, but this
Yeah,
time it
another
does
early
spot
drone.
somebody. LZ taking a bit of an early.
Who's they're going to
aggressive
swing off
time
this? Surely not.
compared to previously.
Okay.
But 100 Thieves have a bit of A main information.
Okay,
Xander
kill
was due
Molly's
to
on
find a
lane.
one-way.
3 pass and stack over towards
No,
him.
it's going to be overlapping.
EU has a
His players back
recon.
out towards the side boost. You need some help. That's going to be a full committal and
Huh.
a stick of it. And well, just running out. Cryo running all the way back in. Reinforcements arriving here for 100 Thieves, shoring up that defense and calling for a pause by 2G. Spike is out in the open. LZ has his ult.
And a free kill here on EU.
And yeah, the EU's just missed that timing. Flick of the rest of the side, just trying to clear this one. 100 Thieves, fully committing with all 8 players.
I mean-
they realize that LZ has his ult.
They know that Xander
Twice
committed
now the
all.
Team seems to really
They know
realise it.
there's 3 on
They can
site.
make a move into a different direction with 25 seconds left, but they pick it up and forcing the issue. A bit of spam into the
What
corner.
the
This is
hell?
Cryo just taken out all the way. Timing to be taken. Assassinate. Bit of a backstab here. The double
Ooh.
face in the end.
Well,
Listen,
we were going to see a madness
the
there.
best way to
Um,
play it in the world.
Okay, 100 Thieves.
If you
another
are 2G,
solo
you have many
rounds.
options there.
But every
Gets
time
the
this
job
has
done, I
happened, we've
suppose.
just been followed
They
by
might have
2.
been
They keep
assuming that
losing the
100 Thieves
next.
were already one step ahead and layering out the defense.
Sure.
Frankly, though, if you've got a problem with 2G, it would be what on earth was going on in their follow-up from the Vice ultimate. They ran this one forwards.
No Omenal. They didn't know where the fourth guy was. And I'm not sure if I missed it, but maybe Cryo did like a fake TP somewhere as well. Over towards spawn. That could have happened as well.
Support from Xander. But all right, round 10. A chance for 100 Thieves, maybe.
Okay, it looks a lot faster from 2G on this one. Knife deep. Smoke gets put in as well, kind of looking straight off the bat like a B-split.
It's a good op sight line. It's right where Aski is about
Surely.
to be.
Nice and passive, and if you're going to be walking, if you're going to be contacting, flash, peek, dodge to the side. Timing not missed, that's Cryo.
Spike down mid.
PXS taken straight out of the picture. All of mid-control still gained here for 2G, and they want to potentially go walkabouts.
If Xander makes a footstep, LZ might choose the timing to strike.
And that's the narrowest of angles. Good to see a replay of that one. Xander looked like he had barely a pixel to work with.
And so now you're looking to try to move away from Cryo, but he's already repositioned. A heaven.
Xander's seen it all, really. Force forwards.
The great flash.
Straight bullets, and here's a follow-up
trades
off
as
the
well.
side. Ascent, doesn't matter if you've got the weaker weaponry here. This is good for 100 Thieves. Spike drop down. Out into the open.
Very, very nice.
All contained.
2G, first time where they're not going to have money into this, and first time 100 Thieves get 2 in a row.
That's how their defensive rotations are supposed to work.
Be interesting to see what they want to do with an eco. They know they're against an op, but they might just go really fast. Yeah.
To ease into a little bit of a rhythm, and 2G forced to take a tactical timeout here.
Yeah,
that is a nasty little angle.
Definitely some kind of set strat could be cooked up here. You got Omen or you got Jet knives. Got Jet knives against no KO as well.
You could argue the damage.
Like you could make a pretty good strat here.
Defense was immaculate against Crew. And that was, remember, with Crew running a double sentinel attack side.
Yeah.
Which I think is more difficult to pull off than what 100 Thieves have got going for them on the attack. If somebody like Cryo can have, you know, a heater of a half, it is possible to bring back a 6-6 Ascent map. It's always going to be difficult though. 100 Thieves have not made this map easy. But they love the difficult road. Feels like every year they love the difficult road.
6 on attack? No, 6 on attack is good, yeah.
It's never an easy ride being a 100 Thieves fan.
It's really not.
And they're going to have the Vice on defense.
Nice merchandise.
Vice on defense has some weaknesses, obviously, like the info over towards middle.
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, that's where
But as long as you just put the wall there, you're kind of fine.
And every year it feels like it could be.
You got
a
2 main variations. You can even shut the door and have like a wall really passive as well if you wanted, like back here.
And this should be another year where they're looking primed at least to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like you saw earlier, 91.756 recurring, of course. Chance of making it.
Yeah, let's see. We had a timeout. Normally this is for like the actual buy round, which should be next round, but I do strongly think they could come up with a pretty cool eco strat here. Knife towards middle from outside A. The Vice flashed over towards B main. And keep a rotate there. Euro TP comes in fast. It's great trades across the board.
Seeks to oblige. Evens it out and more, going for a quick little peek, and oh my, it's a hard shot to hit when Science doesn't even realize what's going on. But lit up like a Christmas tree. Take your pick, take your timing, Gobera. He's creeping and crawling around to the site, and he's found himself just a little cubby to play in. Survive for now, but against 3 of these 100 Thieves players, not willing to let too much slip.
Very nice. Solid recon from EU as well.
Cryo with support.
It wasn't too bad.
From heaven. But it's again EU's dart actually that ends up being super important for them on the defense side. Now, nobody on 2G has got dart breaking in their repertoire.
Listen.
It's a struggle out here. The assist numbers should be absolutely racking up for EU. Every dart is getting a kill. Looks like Cryo might have dropped the operator at the beginning of the round.
Backup gun maybe, unless he has an ult planned.
Somewhere, or they're planning to do something quick off rip with an ult.
Yeah, looks like he wants to send it with an ult.
In the hands for now.
Drone goes out. He's going to TP over towards heaven.
Drone forwards. Oh, not actually now broken. Salvo's primed. Players are going to be evacuating.
One away from Mateo.
Oh. Exactly where Boostio is going to be playing.
It's going to be free over towards A. Last time they did this, they Tail-watered the left and then salvoed the right. So you have like the lane in the middle that it forces you into.
And Cryo
Your
got
ult to
full
get info, it's got a
information at the
TP over
minute
towards
good.
it. Do they do the same? No, different one. That forces you over towards site. Oh, he saw the head. He dashed a bit too far. Smoke. Oh my goodness, though. Oh my god, everyone's so flashed.
Brilliant flash, good connection, not quite there able to follow. Cryo though still holding towards the side.
God,
and precision.
That's
Bit of a flourish
insanity
towards the end
that he's
there
done
for a
that.
three-piece himself.
He made that look so easy.
Just when he thought 2G were able to find that foothold into the site. It's 100 Thieves.
30 seconds left.
Trying to lay claim to that 6th round.
The swing, yeah, the
Smash
first guy
down,
needed
ult
to
in your back
like
pocket,
commit.
LT. You have options.
Problem is they just didn't know where he is.
Can take them. Full
I mean,
committal now
doable.
towards the B site.
TP lane early or something, try to get a timing.
Here to match what Cryo did. He's the one that got the 2 openers. This would have to be an ace.
TP forwards. Here's the jump spot into market. Already knows where one of the players is. Dart avoided.
Okay.
He's his first kill. Salvos though. That's peace of mind granted now towards 100
Look at
Thieves.
the
Smoke propped up. In through short. 100 Thieves want to take this one. All just tripled up together. Finally revealing the hand. LT finds that first one. Just needs to ISO these fights here. Round to
Ooh,
the
honestly,
side in his good
it's a
movement.
pretty good try.
Slightly ajar, getting quirky with it. Ascent delivers that death blow and brings
Great
it
comeback from
6-2-6.
100 Thieves here. It was at
First half of
6-2.
Ascent.
Still feel like
They're
2G
slow
will take
starters,
this.
100 Thieves team, but they have
Okay,
actually
it's
got
gonna be a lot
themselves into
about
a
like
bit
where
of a
they
rhythm
place the
right
Vice
now.
util and
That round
defense, in
from
my
Cryo
opinion,
was immaculate.
and how
He gets himself up to the top of the scoreboard for 100
how much
Thieves.
they search up.
There's the
Okay,
operator
so
that
he
was
had
leading
the
later.
op
Didn't need it. That
had the
triple
op where
kill
his
on the
original
players that he
TP was at
flashed
the
and locked
beginning.
in the corner at Switch. It did everything for 100 Thieves, and they've made this maybe winnable.
He swings wide. Fucking pig.
6-2-6.
We're just not trying anymore.
No, all good.
They hit everyone.
Good. That's the first
They
half
looked-
of Ascent,
they
of
looked at
course. We're gonna go
EMEA
to a
and they're
quick
like,
break on the other
honestly,
side of it.
You guys are
Find
showing
out just
that.
how this map ends.
You might as well show a lot of our stuff.
Oof. Stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone. And you'll get iPhone 16 on us. That's a value of up to $1,600, only on Verizon.
EMEA setting the standard for comps replays. Yeah, not in a good way sometimes. Wait, what's going on here? Honestly, at least it's happened now. The YouTube stream just died for me though. Wait, this is a full. This is a full death of the stream. What's going on there? Okay, so it's okay. We're back, but we're like, dude, that was a long one. Thank God it was now.
Big things,
Right.
I think, for 2G, really looking forward to this one, especially for going off the back of their game versus Crew, was how active they were getting on their defense side, always re-clearing for space, just trying to get, you know, really just active, I think, in terms of understanding what their attacking team is trying to put up here. But for 100 Thieves, the way they've dragged back momentum, honestly, bringing it 6-6 now at the half, all eyes on the pistol round could be very, very important.
Insane.
And 2G
Why
did
have you
win
read
both
that?
of these pistols against Crew. So not only did they get
Obviously,
off
it's
to a
not the
good
drink, the
start
warm
against the
water.
double sentinel comp, but then they completely
Um,
clean swept their defense.
No, no raid bosses on this one.
Players waiting to
Whoa,
receive here,
shot
trying to line
though.
it up with the firing line. Askia immediately
He's definitely
ahead,
aiming
ripped
today.
clean off. A couple more might be rolling here into market, side by side, just trying to line it all the way.
Ah,
up.
look at him go.
Anticipating a flash to be coming through. Guess what? It's Boostio. Set up to succeed.
Dude, how's this guy 5
This
HP?
is
What
already
happened?
Racking up the kills. He wants a few more.
Is that my bad?
Swing from behind.
I know, I'm sure that's my bad because he got 2 kills afterwards,
Anticipated.
but
That's a necessary pistol for 100 Thieves to get the ball rolling on this half.
Yeah, it's a
They've
1-1.
made it difficult for themselves. A 6-6.
It's a 1-1, and again, we're going to keep an eye on the Vice
Getting their
util.
feet underneath them.
This is kind of nice as
Looking
well.
like
I feel like
they're very
100 Thieves get a big
decisive.
win
I'm
here,
liking
right?
the fact
They
that
see the
Boostio is
2G are
much
trying
more
to
happy to take
punish
fights.
middle. Obviously, a lot
The
of
last
teams will
couple
try
of weeks, I
default
really
middle
feel like
against
it's
the
made a big
Vice.
difference.
Nice! Give me the deagle.
He's getting the aura back.
Give me the
Yeah, it feels like
deagle.
he is. He was a really heavy fragging IGL player back in like 2022, beginning of, or even the end of 2023. And we haven't seen that much from him.
Macro play, Askia.
A nice shot.
Just weaves his way in past and
Dude, they
finds
take down the Sova. That's real nice.
Slow. Yeah, and it's a beautiful pick. Re-clearance called for by 100 Thieves.
Doesn't do damage in terms of the amount of rifles.
The
But
Askia of
coming back
Valorant.
over, they'll be able to hoover that
For
up.
God's sake.
But you never want to be starting one of these rounds 4v5. It makes it so much more difficult. And they've also now sacrificed all of their map control and information over on A.
It could be dangerous for 100 Thieves. Lucky for them, 2G.
Yeah, this is nice though. They know that they don't have util to re-clear this after they've broken the drone. Only thing they got really is this knife.
Hear footsteps
They just
here,
go for the
main
4
control,
pass,
but
and
everything's
Morgana's
silent
Louise
for the
got
moment.
7. Okay, well.
Oh,
Oh,
just stepped
hold up.
into it to find a boosty. Good
Could
take.
win
wants to
this.
take. Oh, near-sighted. Gonna evacuate away here, but a danger to be played. Still in through into the A site now.
30 seconds
All
left.
access granted, and there's a timing to be taken. LZ was
They know
thinking
there's
about
one
it.
isolated over towards middle. I don't know if they want to
Closing.
go for him, but
Lucio's making all the noise in the world, but nobody is going to hunt him down. It's only a stinger that he's got as well. Just looking to distract and play the backstab.
It's not going to be given away too much at all. Door's going to be broken at the moment. Notice, flash forwards.
oops.
Not quite with a connection, and here it is. Takes the timing. Right off of his team's contact. This is a full
Player
cleanup.
standing.
Not quite a cleaner sweeping of orders. Left it down to the 1v1.
Um,
A BXS pulls it back from the
Why are
brink.
they...
I
Why
was
are
thinking-
we-
Okay, so-
it was getting a bit touch and go there.
Yeah, why are we why are we playing the 1v1 like that as well?
I'll
You're
tell
going
you what
to have
happened.
to tell me exactly how that occurred.
Why are we playing
As
this
they
whole
got
round
back
like
into
this?
the site, they flood through the door, and they hit 2 nice. I mean, they'd already got themselves a player advantage at the start.
No,
of the
yeah,
round,
they
right?
hit a great shot
This
here.
Beautiful shot. But look,
Salvos to
Arsenal completely
insta-break
left
the
out
door
in
so they're not ready. I mean, the idea is great.
No, it's back and forth, but back and forth isn't going to do it. When
But
PXS
then
is
is
up in
this
heaven and
not,
gets things
like,
down
is
to a
this
1v1,
not
and it's
madness?
a blinder of a headshot with a classic.
I mean, he hit a great
What is
shot.
that?
Tragic scenes for 100 Thieves. That's what that is.
Okay,
I'm
well,
seeing Boosty on the backstab there. I'm
they
thinking
lost
there's
to
no way to
the
boost it.
solo sheriff.
Slightly too late, but I don't think you could blame Boostio for that.
No.
They just
I mean,
weren't
he
ready
got
for the door to
popped.
open.
He got popped and they had a really
2G.
good idea with the salvos insta-breaking the
straight
door and
back.
caught him off guard.
After losing that pistol round.
How things can turn.
Yeah.
It was looking like 100 Thieves would be able to get, you know.
I
themselves
still
into a
would
winnable
have liked
position,
him
but
to play
now
time,
all of
but
the economy is gonna be
he wants to
favouring
show confidence.
They've got a bit of a
Askia.
freebie round here. Askia
Going all over the place.
That's a
on a
headshot?
nice angle.
Yeah.
The more kills he
What the-
gets, the more he'll be building up to an operator, and then the defense really gets online.
Pretty big indicator as well, Askia. You go for another peek here. And now the swarm
Nice
just
shot.
about missing in jump spot. Not going to be saving you, not through the wall there. Salvo's out through, and why Askia overstaying is welcome. And Silence has been dropped in through the midst of
Ooh,
it. Two
boy.
stray bullets just
A
quite
great
missing.
stun.
Gabera, Salvo's primed and let loose. Now he needs a bit of help. And back up, Asuna trying to take a time in past it. That's a spike drop down onto lane. Paranoia sweeping forwards.
Oh,
It's Cryo.
oh my
He's trying
god, I
to
thought he was
hunt for
going to click and
traces.
get him.
Find a
He was
path
actually
through
on
the
his
dark,
head.
but leaves it down to EU. Hell of a mess to try and make something out of here for 2G though.
3-5 for an op, right?
There are moments in
How
these
do you wanna
rounds
do it?
where if 100 Thieves made a slightly different decision,
Wait,
things would
ask
get
him to sell
really
his gun
different for
and-
2G. In a spot like that, Gabera is just alone on the
Really,
site.
you
If
drop
the
him and
rest
buy
of
an
100
op.
Thieves
Don't
had
want an op
decided
yet?
to
Okay,
swarm forwards,
interesting.
maybe they could have done something.
I thought this would have been
Boostio,
an
though, with his
op.
death, gets a lockdown online. Is there a play that can be made around this? If they can
Maybe
take
something
the
against the
control,
Killjoy
then of
ult, they don't
course.
want it.
But it's Askia looking to try to take it
Dude,
early
100
too, will
Thieves
be
with a
challenging
comp
for
that,
this
in
space.
my opinion, probably needs to split a lot.
Silence just trying to spam this one
Going
down.
quite
to not
heavy over
reveal the
towards
hand.
one place. They do have the
This is
Killjoy
not a
ult
game
though.
plan. 100 Thieves eager to take that fight. That was a flash on the back of
Killjoy
that one, and now
goes
we see
in,
a
got
lockdown
nothing to
already
break
getting
this. They
committed.
just got to respect it. They got a
Evacuation
wall
call for 2G.
forms, and you
outskirts.
lock someone in close.
Big crash, flying forward, salvos. It's beautiful, a little bit of util. Extra spam would have gone a long way, but Askia's still alive for now. And here comes the attempt by 2G, trying to flood their way back in here. Now with that B main control, it's a bit of a problem. 100 Thieves have got this one in lock and key, and finally delivering with a bit of lead. Crossfire setup. Exchange from them, still with a massive player advantage. 2G just finding it really difficult to get past this first line of scrimmage. Finally stepping past and over.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of nice from 2G. Their wall could have been good. I don't know, if you're going against a Killjoy, probably would like the wall back and then double salvo if you want to just let them take sight instead of this wall, but I just don't think anyone's going to path like that, because you know that you push them all over towards spawn.
They actually go and aggro, take the fight.
Yeah, I think the 2G setup could have been a little bit better.
But this round, Eco is very much on the line.
Damn, look at the money though.
Yeah, dimensional drift though.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What a massive round this is.
Salvos as well, pushing silence forwards.
Salvos to give him the space, but he takes the spike, goes in there. Bazander can then ult the spike. And speaking of ults, we've got Luis that goes behind them. He's instantly under the turret, locking them in.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, there's so much going in. I'm so confused. And the 100 Thieves are going for a lot of B spams when, I mean, they're trying to prove that the comp can do it, maybe.
Sights locked down, spawn locked down, LZ.
The longer 100 Thieves wait, the better, because they can just salvo bomb this. And then they force them out into the open, and then you would like recon behind, maybe. So I think 2G need to do something. Yeah. I mean, or they just win all the duels.
All in the name of 2G. Pretty picture indeed that they are painting. And for EU again, he's left as the last one. Alive and alone.
The Omen? Yeah, the Omen flash is...
No chance
the Omen flash idea is cool.
Money running so damn short that honestly incentivizes to hold on to this gun if he can. What a weird round from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, what's going through their heads there? I mean, are they assuming that the 2G are going to be playing fully off-site? Like,
yeah, I think so.
They're going to be playing retake B, and so
I think he's not expecting two people to be back at site.
Watch that back from Cryo's POV, but he hadn't delivered them that.
Yeah.
Like he was training for his new job as a waiter. He was like, meals on wheels.
You're not even getting to save that gun.
Especially as the money was getting really, really close. This is like an absolute devastating round for 100 Thieves. Because they'll get so much money, 3k for all. But Salvos to clear him. He tanks so much damage. The Omen flash in front. Yeah. If they got the timing a little bit better.
Does he not just go down to Askia anyway?
I'm not sure he should ever have the spike in this though. I think that's where they... I mean, I think they did just mess up there.
That's a brutal round.
But like, the idea's not too bad. Salvo with the info, you Omen flash and then you get out of there. But when you got the spike, that's never going to look smart.
A re-clearance here from 2G. Regaining control of A main. Be the stun held at the ready. Vera, stealth drone forwards, flying along with the gate crash here. It's going to be quite a lot of util.
Yeah, just trying to do the... This M80 rather used to do this, right? To smoke this off. I think it was M80 that had like the cool kind of double default where they would like TP into this corner and TP over towards short.
Start rotating around and make sure that Silence is not alone.
Yeah, up for mid here, they've left a massive gap. 2G lucky to not being punished for this one here, but maneuvering their way all the way around. Here's the backup. Askia up and over with the knives in hand. And what options are available for you if you are 100 Thieves?
Where are we going? Up short?
Punch a hole through the wall up for
dude,
mid.
you could farm this. You could farm this right here. One.
The lone soldier at that is going to try and do the most from this spot.
Two. Ooh, I thought he was going to do more than this.
Hands over the rifle for the moment. 2v3 though, and Gobera already ready and waiting. Open arms.
Okay, very, very nice. I want to say...
Next round, 100 Thieves are going to have rifles back. Round 18.
Who has the last timeout? Is it
Pretty close
2G?
still.
Yeah, 2G have one more
making this
timeout.
one competitive,
100
but they
Thieves have
need
none,
to win
right?
this round if there's a chance of getting back into the game. And they're up against a Taeho ultimate, which I think is going to be really difficult to navigate.
2G, yeah, 2G playing good,
Ascent might
dude.
be able to play for his own.
Again, ever since they got that win against
But at any point when there's a Taeho ultimate,
Loud,
you just got to be so worried about taking spots like A main.
they just got belief.
You walk into A main, you get ready for an
They
exit,
just
and
got so
suddenly
much belief.
you
We
get
said they'd
ultimate.
get a good week of practice, and it feels like they just keep on getting stronger and stronger. I'm so surprised 100 Thieves are just going for sight hits, though. Like, in theory, your comp can't sight hit.
He's finally stepping past this here, finding a way to get through this one way. Very going to be hearing this. Salvo's forcing out the TP.
Yeah, it's only the Omen and the Yoru that are willing to take that space because they both have the teleports to be able to get out.
Paranoia's already gliding forward to the Armageddon.
Oh man, nice. Locked them in as well.
Has to step forwards and up through mid. Askia gonna be disappearing.
Yeah, it's a good idea. He popped his KO to stay alive. Now, well, the problem is they took down the smoke, so...
Looking to apply a bit of a punish, I think, if they hear that sound cue. And
there's no way.
Oh, it's bait on the end of the stick. Gavera's going to be trying to go for it. It's through the box, though.
He might.
Lift it straight up.
Salvos, I think they still get out, though. Okay, well, they know where one is, but they might tunnel vision a little bit.
Once more. Racking up the deaths.
Meanwhile, this is happening. Jet's pushing all over towards B. What a duel this is, and Boostio's out sleeping. Yeah, they did tunnel vision. They thought that this guy was on site, and then they thought that this guy hadn't even like rotated yet. He's still over towards tree.
To their heads. 2 left to stand. 100 Thieves. EU and Asuna. Steel Garden. Why not layer it down on top?
15
seconds left. EU had to play out a line of sight for this.
Oh, it's a great ult. Oh, it's a really nice ult from Asuna.
Potentially a chance. Askia right from the side, right from behind. It leaves it into that 1v1. Asuna, just a peek, just a shoulder. Askia's looking for it, hunting for it. Weaving in and out. Time to be played.
This is a really good round from Asuna because I think they were actually done for, in my opinion. Huge play from him. Really good ult.
Head scratches when he unloads the ultimate, but he saw the vision.
He just wins this.
Askia just drew an outline around Asuna there in the 1v1.
The money's incredibly low for both teams, I think.
Over the shoulder, through the legs.
It's at least low for 100 Thieves, I don't know about.
The Taeho at the very beginning of the round 2, and then unloads his own to swing with a classic up towards Jenny.
5 HP.
He might have saved 100 Thieves there.
I got you guys, I got you.
It's a critical round.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He's going for it.
1, 2. That's it.
Takes the time with the dash active.
This
Nice.
would be
I mean, a 2-4 wouldn't be great. It would still be 3-6.
At least
Like,
he waited for a flash there from
honestly,
PXS.
I would just say that'd be a 4 and 4. They can't buy next.
Wasn't as mad.
They're gonna go for another sight hit.
It's a strange buy here too.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Silence is forced. The rest have about 1,000 in the pocket, but LZ with only...
I mean, as we can see on the mini-map, this one might be alright. We got Insta drone clearing out over towards B, so they can keep 3-person strong with the KO.
Lineups for every occasion.
Don't know when the KO knife comes back, just now. KO knife's incredible. KO knife is incredible, hit all 5.
The game crash, Askia around to the side here. Cloud burst. Why not? Chance to go for another peek here. Plenty of bodies, but Bullet's going to be rattling straight back at him. Bit of a handshake for it, and he's lucky
What do
to
you
be
mean by
alive.
splitting? Like
21
taking
health,
mid?
Regen shield finally kicking in.
In
Stacking
my
these
opinion, when
bodies
you
up,
have a
keeping
Yoru,
these
you
away,
can't
but
solo
broken in time, and it's 30
it from
seconds
one
left after
choke.
these.
At
What
least,
options do you have?
at least without
No
ults.
main control, no mid control. This is a mad dash and a scurry, an attempt to pivot into a different direction.
Where though?
And 2G.
Where can you go?
I don't even know, man. There's 18 seconds left. You've got to get a full
I mean, if
run
this
on.
is Fnatic,
Knives out
they
almost
win
into
this.
spot, and guess what?
But it's not
Reinforcements
Fnatic, so-
shoring up the defense. This is 2G, ready for it. Dark barely
Spam's
broken
incredible.
all
It's
through the
7
wall.
seconds.
Left.
Gotta stick that
The
plant.
players
No
dropping
spam.
it all. They have to hard commit this. They have to hard commit it.
I mean, they got the
Plus
spike
nine
down, but at
in
what?
the
At
It's
what
1v3.
cost? Dude, look at the HPs on site
players
though. They're
locked
kind of
into the
low.
site.
It's
8
actually
bullets left.
winnable, especially with the shocks.
All or nothing for him right now. Might be able to catch this angle here with a barrel pointed out. He's
Oh
just
god.
spotted the
Oh,
one
the
player,
tunnel
but doesn't
vision
expect
again.
Gobera
Oh my god, they tunnel
to be
vision
off at
so
that
much.
angle. 11th round now for 2G.
And what a mad scramble that was for
Yeah,
100
it was mad.
Thieves.
They don't have
Realising
the
that there
best
was a stack
attack.
on A that they wouldn't be able to re-hit into. but no time on the clock. Askia's operator was beautifully woven in throughout those peaks, using the paranoia to kind of fill the gap afterwards, and putting Boostio's IGLing in such a difficult spot. That should have been the round, I think, that breaks the back of 100 Thieves. They would have to pull something
their money's
incredible out here
done.
to win either on a Thrifty or the final 3 rounds, all in a row.
Yeah, no ults to work with on top of it. And the war chest running dry. Maybe
the knife, the 5-person
round,
knife over
2G
towards
would
it
be
was
12.
brutal.
They end up losing it.
Dude, they never take mid.
String together a few ults if you really plan it out correctly.
I feel like the game plan's been pretty rough here as well.
It's online. Boostio's
I
gonna get
just
his
think when I
ults
watch
on the
100
back of
Thieves
this one.
here, it makes
Very
me
diligent
think
about
that
using
they've had
Recon
one
and
day prac
salvos
on the
to clear out
comp.
wine, and then as soon as LZ puts down that smoke,
I'm pretty
you can
sure.
just walk into wine again.
Especially when I
seen a
see,
lot
you
of
know, the
this kind of
pistol
stuff
rounds where
where
he was
these
typing out the
use
pistol
quite a bit of
rounds.
utility and don't
That
achieve
kind of makes me think we got no days
Ultimate
prac
here, jumping around, I think,
on it,
steps,
but
indicating quite a lot into this spot. Pre-fired attempted for the drone onto the corner. They got to try and break this one. Suppression would be a big problem. And even an ult being committed here. 100 Thieves feeling that desperation. Earned to Prior. Dash going to be fading. Everyone has to play out and wide. Salvo's going to be delayed on top of it.
oh, they got this one down. Fawns takes
very much alone onto the side,
them
getting
down
this
a
plan
little
down,
bit.
the wall cutting them
With the
out.
plan,
This is
EU
the same
gets
round they ran
ult.
last time they had lockdown. Just put one person
And then we're
B-main.
just going to rip the ult,
Sorry,
and
one
honestly
person
the ult
outside,
might be
rest
killer
B-main and then
here.
fight through.
The ult could be so
propped up.
big.
Boostio
Smoke goes down, you got to be tempted to rip it.
EU.
Here we go.
Here, that's a Hunter's Fury. As soon as that attempt to flood straight back in, it's a good call to make.
Oh!
Oh!
Nice shots, man. Nice
Just
shots,
when
nice
you think
ult.
they're out, Cryo comes up with a big round. A Thrifty from nowhere. Utilizing that lockdown, same as they did before.
Disgusting.
When they have an ult to get into a site, this 100 Thieves team can generate win conditions. Oh! With this guy in your back pocket, 20 down 16.
That's a filthy 4-piece.
The game is right back to being winnable for 100 Thieves.
11 to
Dude,
11.
forces them down to an eco. Imagine they
That's it,
win
John.
this still.
Right back to being winnable. The money taking a
Oh,
tumble.
it's the
a
old
flash
school.
peak. Aggro play being called for by
The
2G.
KO flash into the KO flash into the Omen, TP close. Knife goes in, only hits the Omen, but they know there's more there, obviously.
There's that smoke again that kind of makes what Ascent is doing with his salvos less useful. There's a fight potentially on the other side. Oh, there we go. So utilizing a drone again to make sure that LZ can't sneak into wine. And there's a very pushed up bait and switch setup in B main. And this looks like 100 Thieves want to tackle it.
Bucky in hand.
Yeah, Askia's
might
going to
run
pull
into
contact
this.
first. At least that's the game plan. And then Gobera's there to hit you with the left click buckshot. Could easily get 1 or 2 from this.
Yeah, that 1-2 combo. Risk to be taken, of course. Dimensional Drift, though, is going to navigate all of that. And Gobera realizes it. He's going to take a peek nice and early. Flash in your face. No escaping
Yeah,
it.
this is a
Tries
this
to
is a nice
evacuate straight towards
anti-eco.
the back of the site.
Wait, they
TP
use
in
the
green as well.
really
LZ
using
can't
Omen?
commit it, but has to run forward. That's a salvo. He's got a bloody util out in his hands. Lighting him up though. Off to the side. That's Cryo onto the cleanup. And rifle in hand. Swiftly
Dude, Cryo is
dismissing
going
them all.
crazy at the moment.
This time, Cryo doesn't get caught in the middle of his
Okay,
dimensional
2G probably
drift. He's
timeout
in
for this
there.
one.
Looked a tiny bit awkward. You
Yeah,
could
when
argue
was
with
the
the
last time we
crab
saw
wall
100
spray.
Thieves play
Gets the job
Ascent?
done.
Trying to work out why they
He's
look
elking
like
them out
this.
in these awkward spots.
They've
His
been
ult was
flowing it the whole time,
absolutely
right? They banned lows.
imperative to be able to get past that 1-2 Bucky setup in B main. And now, 11 to 11.
It was last year.
And if 100 Thieves win this one, 2G's economy is on the rocks again. So this is everything. 100 Thieves have
It's
somehow
a really
found
simple
themselves
attack.
in a position where they've got a slim favor to win this game.
Yeah, oscillating wildly. One round they end up losing it because the game plan just wasn't cooked up thoroughly. The next they win it on a Thrifty, so finding their ways back in with the footholds. 11 to 11.
The Thrifties have been massive. Cryo's individual performance has been so crucial to 100 Thieves
Last
as
game
well.
was against Crew in Stage 2 playoffs last
2G
year. Yeah, I mean, that's a long time ago.
Need something
But they have
big
been
again.
flowing
They
it the whole
don't really have
time.
the funds
So.
to go for
I think they
Askia's
maybe got lucky that
operator.
people banned it against them.
That was causing a lot of issues to 100 Thieves when Askia was anchoring on site with it. They don't have that tool
I
available.
don't know. It feels really weird to have a Yoru comp and
Perspective of
just
2G, I
not
think the pressure's
take,
got to be pretty immense at this point.
like,
You're a team that's
honestly not take
barely
hit.
hanging on, to be honest. You've only just
really.
settled into your roster as it stands. You've been picked to pieces.
What was I going to say as well?
By other teams,
I would love to do like a tally to see
haven't been
like what
comfortable
rounds they
really
actually
since
won
their
with and
entry
without
into
ults.
Tier 1 off the back of winning Ascension.
Because again, normally when I look at these
Hardcore
comps, I don't think
players
they
looking
can
when
side hit
possibly
without
grab
ults,
here,
but I think they might have won
Thieves on the
one,
brink.
maybe two. I'm not sure.
Fast, they're going to let loose out towards A main here. Deep knife won't be timing. Tags onto the 3 as well, so pushing them back and away, but ensuring that he keeps Xander inserted. He's making a lot of noise.
Yeah, just trying to make it expensive here. As 2G look to reclaim some information, forcing them to use utility, making them think that
Yeah, it could have been a fake TP, so
stacked on the A side defense.
wanted to try check this one.
Good job of clearing all of this out.
He's done a
Does
really
feel
good job of
different.
clearing A, yeah.
There isn't that same usage of drone and recon and salvos. There isn't all of that stuff. So you're starting to think that they're grouping up for a B split or a B pop.
Yeah, info for info. This is nice though.
Here, the big danger
They're
player's
over
gonna be
towards
Askia,
middle,
though.
and even just
Stepped
with
up
the
tight to
drone,
the
it does
corner.
create
Last
pressure.
time they had Cryo's ult to try and clear this risky spot. What have they got this time?
3-pass and hold with a jet that can dash
From EU.
away. They might try to go fast and get caught by the wall.
Lines just to break that one. So
And then you
supports
might
it,
do
they can switch,
salvos
but you have to get
from the wall here.
Yeah, okay. Askia is going to commit to try and get out.
And now Asna could play for the ult.
But now it's like, how do they get out of this choke point? Okay, they managed to get the tail ult, but they eat the knife, so they have to wait for the tail ult. And then they got 30 seconds.
Suppression across the board onto 4 players.
They're kind of fast on the pivot though. Good flash to go in. We've got 20 seconds. Where and after they tail ult? Tail ult goes onto site. Paranoia in front of it. Recon as well. 10 seconds to get through the choke. Oh my god, plant. Oh my god, it's close. Dude, it's crazy, the rounds, man. It's crazy. It's been non-stop today. This is what the Fnatic game was like as well.
This one even less time on the clock. Boostio makes a pivot. Ill-advised, I think, but
I tell you what, I think Asana's tail ults have been good, though.
And grabs 3 important kills.
I don't know. Nice, boys. Let's go. Oh, hell, that's what I like.
He's got to 20. 2G are working with Scraps, 100 Thieves.
God, I feel like they steal this if they win this game.
There's that resilience that's rearing its head once more. You saw it when 100 Thieves played versus Loud. Doesn't matter how dire
Also, I do feel
as
it's gonna be super critical against 2G. I feel like their Vice setups could be way better. But most teams will like to split the phones up, right? Like a one-on-one. I think it's really strong.
Better time for it with the buy of 2G. All grouped up towards B main.
I know Odin's. I mean, B main got changed.
Someone's going to come to EU to get the hell out of there. It's going to take a bit of chip damage, I think, in the process.
Yeah, almost half of his health gone.
And now for the second wave of things. Now that the wall has been removed, the rest of your team.
What a flash that is. Dude, he only gets one for it. Look at the HPs though, 20. Big Joel. Big Joel. Nice shot.
Steps up to that challenge. Quick dismissal, beheading
Great. Dude, this was nice as well. Tail over towards here with a flash over the top. Asana was going to have to do crazy stuff on 21 HP.
Asana to 1v3. And they are rapidly approaching his position.
Okay.
Dragged all the way. We are going to OT.
I got no idea he's winning this one.
This is how 2G ended up getting their win over Loud. Got into overtime, 14-12 on map 1. I was worried here that 2G were just going to let this one slip completely. That's a nice little flash play. Silence playing.
Yeah, the tail onto the flash play peak was great.
Making sure nobody can spot him and then re-peeks back in. There were so many spots here where 2G let slip on their defense. They lost thrifty rounds. They lost rounds with the time ticking down to only 10 seconds left on the clock. But they rallied in the 11th hour and have sent us to OT. Cryo has picked up an operator too.
The op on defense, I mean, he was doing good with it though. He's 27-17. You can't really argue with him if he wants to do something.
No clone to work with.
2 gate crashes and a dream, basically. He's taking his time with a gate crash on top of it. Just waiting for now.
What's he doing up here? Is he waiting for the TP on top of the box?
Smoke deep.
As a default?
drone immediately, but they didn't break the alarm bot, so they haven't really showcased a real threat here.
Okay, wall goes down. We're committing over towards A. We got Omen
looking like
Teo. As we can see, they guessed right, but obviously we got Euro TP.
Of A. It's a flash and a peek to try and coordinate. Salvo's used in response that cat and mouse game. Who can use the least amount of util?
Ascent has been using his drone on an early timing over here towards Catwalk, and now it's gone. Salvo's gone as well, but the stun is massive in this spot.
Wait, his flash got super nerfed, no?
He's going to try and hold it down, rooted to the spot. It's a paranoia
From his own team.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Next duel is everything. Great
Quick
pause.
to hunt you down, and Xander himself steps up to that mark. Challenges to be had all over the map at this point for 2G. They've only got 2 left to stand. Make it 1.
This is a nice round from them. Ascent did really good again.
That's the kind of setup Ascent
I feel like he's just doing silent impact at the well, not silent impact, but he's getting a lot of impact. Like Cryo's the boss on fragging super heavy, but like Ascen's kills and ults have been really good.
Buying time for Xander and Cryo to reposition into high lows on site.
Nice! Fucking
Once more the pressure put onto 2G. We are missing those.
It's all good. We're only human. But this is 100 Thieves now.
Okay, we got Wall, Fonts. What I was saying about it. I hate that these aren't like split up more. I think the Vice stuff could be way better. Kind of playing like a Vice, like a Cypher.
They've let slip some portion of it.
Oh my goodness.
That wasn't
Okay,
where the shock dart was supposed to
no,
go.
but it's kind of nice that they managed to get the wall out of them. See if the shock hits the Fonts.
Meant to delete this.
Oh, it doesn't go far enough.
Hasn't worked.
Yeah, Razor Dice.
Wait, how tanky they? It looked like it should have been kind of close.
Applying that pressure now, making their moves over towards A.
Would have gone like here.
PXS is dropping off Catwalk just as he's required. They've made the B split.
LZ's on a bit of an island, has to TP to try and get back here, but he's
Yeah,
got
this
no
is nice
real
with
help
the
or
B,
support.
the B smoke.
Sort of util, Paranoia still being held.
Push
Already
over
these players
towards
are
middle
starting
without
to
actually
slip all the way
going
into
there.
him, underhanded with the
Dude,
flash as
my
well.
goodness.
Oh, the Boostio! None the wiser, looking to the side, not expecting this one. LZ got that support that he was asking for. TP's around, Xander, an inclination as to where this player could be hiding, but it leaves it down to him. 13-13.
Very, very nice. Especially PXS played great here.
That's a mad play from PXS.
No, it is a mad
As well as
play,
the
yeah,
underhand
but
flash
it's
through there after getting
played
3
so well.
suppresses. Realizes he's a little bit late to the party, but he still just sends it.
Big
And
flash.
now I think it's on EU to stop
I mean,
that
the right
from
click
happening.
got buffed.
EU was tucked over towards Catwalk, playing an anti-flash position, but doesn't actually swing in aggressively enough until 2 players are already dead. So he kind of missed the timing
I was
there.
going to say, I would love to see Cryo's POV for
Players
this.
die. And
That's
100 Thieves
sick.
did look a little bit oblivious in that spot.
It comes
2G still
comes
got
back
it, they're
around,
still
there's 2
doing it.
salvos on the floor and a guy just next to
I
him.
don't think, again, you would have seen this team put up anywhere near as much resistance in kickoff. They didn't have that belief that when stuff
Oh
got
no,
tough,
they
could
actually have
stick
belief
it
they
out.
can win
As a
games
team,
now. It's
it
awesome.
really
it
feels
looked like
like it.
they'd won a raffle to play on the stage in kickoff. Like,
Well,
listen, that's me being polite about it.
But this team, I don't know whether it's because of the roster moves
Feels
or
like
whether it's a
they
different
won a
mentality
raffle
culture
to
shift
play
within
on
the squad.
stage is
But this is
crazy.
more like what you saw from them at Ascension,
For sure. And
where they really believe.
And I think you've got to put some respect on the name of 2G to be capable of doing that. A lot of teams place in that scenario, those circumstances where, you know, you're losing your players. Over time, you're just waiting to buy time for stage 2.
I mean, we've seen it from other squads, obviously. We've
And
seen it from Fury and MRVR in
They
previous
get the
years.
off back out.
They peter out. They don't get anything going. This is a 2G
Isn't
that is still
nothing too
fighting
mad.
tooth and nail.
Picked up The
2G.
operator again. So another glass cannon off.
Because this time it's starting over towards A. It's been starting over towards B a
He's gonna
lot.
try to hold on to his gate crash.
But
for a
as
little
we could
while
see, it
there,
looks
I
like
would
2G are
imagine.
going to go
Post up
fast,
in a
right?
passive position on A,
Looking like a fast B split,
But
so
2G, they've
Euro's
been
probably
faking
taking
a
this
fast B
TP.
split in a couple of rounds here, but they're never actually breaking the alarm bot. I wonder if they just send
Knife
it
goes
a
on
B split.
short, so they know if it goes short and it doesn't hit anyone, they don't need
forwards
to do a smoke. If it hits, maybe they do like
Where's the
a
alarm bot?
jet
Yep,
smoke or
spotted
something. Alarm bot,
think
drone
more already
goes
broken.
in,
Yeah,
spots
it's
1, so they
fast.
know that there's 1 following up
Flash and
this, they
a
know
peek.
it's at least 2. Euro
Playing
takes the
forwards here, the
TP.
pace increases. Almost unexpected
Shot.
here, but you're playing right into the hands of 100 Thieves. This is the kind of tempo
The great
they really
recon as
enjoy.
well.
Dash forwards and across
Really
there
just
into
lets
market,
him
no
know
real
this is an
ground
absolute
game for 2G.
mad
They're quite
play from
stuck and
Xander though.
corralled for now.
I don't like this from
All shot
Xander.
down, smoke's going to be dissipating.
His flash for his
It's an
team, he's won
opening
on
and
the
then there's a
rounds,
gap.
but
100
it feels so
Thieves.
risky for
Sort of
me.
defenders, Boostio Side by side, him and EU. This
Maybe they called all the numbers.
Boostio tackling the two-piece.
But
Cryo
still.
TP's in through the back. Smoke in your face, shorty in hands. No one's going to be stepping
I don't know
past
what the
this one.
comms are like, but
Just tickling, applying that pressure and leaping and bounding straight into
okay,
their
very,
face.
very nice.
That's exactly the kind of timing that 100 Thieves want 2G to be playing. That quick pace, it suits Asana's drone timing.
The KO
It
changes,
suits
yeah,
Cryo's
they're on
gate
this
crash
patch.
timing. It suits the style that 100 Thieves want to play as well. There's a reason that 2G have been taking most of the attack sides criminally slowly. Because they don't want to be doing this.
Oh,
And I think
I saw
if we
that
get to see another
little
OT, maybe they
little
could try a fast play
calm
at the
sidestep
beginning and then slow things down
when he
but he's
sees
gone
them
on those
peeking him.
breaks.
Nice. Oh,
Askia
Askia
himself
gets his
going
own
for
op
the
out.
glass cannon op and looking to take an aggressive
No
peek in
way.
B main. This is it
A
for
few
the
of these
map.
players is being held down here, but Salvos, oh, it's just seen, I think. Farrell pointed out that's
Well,
a drone to be
he's
used to push
definitely
him
seen
way
now.
away from the angle.
They know there's an op. Whoa, hold up. 100 Thieves are taking middle.
Vice
It's the
wall,
first time they
left
take a
guard mid.
middle since the pistol, by the
Moving
way.
up close to it.
And it's the first time this wall's been over towards middle.
Thieves. Oh,
What are the
reveal.
chances of this?
One on dart duty once more. Uncomfortable
No
territory for
way.
Askia. Expecting the mid was going to be
The mad
held
one.
down to a degree just by
They
the
took
wall.
mid 2
Busio
rounds
is
ago.
on
No, but that was like
walkabouts.
drone pressure,
Incredible
right?
timing to be taken. Death by 1,000 cuts at this point. That's what 100 Thieves are looking to deliver. Slowly walking.
Oh my
meandering around the
goodness.
map. This is Silence
He's
just
won on
walking
both the
straight into
overtime
crosshair.
rounds.
Bustio is having a field day at this point. Cuts up the middle of the map, and now a series of unknowns circling through the 2G players' heads. What are you even doing to this spot? How do you clear this one up?
Well,
They're looking lost at this point, and 100
it's a
Thieves are
shame for
looking
2G. They
determined
play
to
pretty
close it
good.
out.
The Vice stuff's off
Quickly
for
return
sure,
the fire
but
ILC, but straight back
it
at you
wasn't
by
too
EU in the
bad.
trade, and this is it.
I feel bad for them.
15-13.
Okay, nice done from 100
Slow
Vs.
going in the end, but for our opening map, it's
I like
100
Cryo,
Thieves
Asana, and then obviously
seal it up.
Boostio in overtime was good.
And a great round there from the IGL just
I mean,
to
everyone
close
was good,
the
but-
door. A 6-6 half is nowhere near what 100 Thieves
Their
would have
attack
wanted
still
to
worries
open
me a
up
little bit.
Ascent.
I don't know how
But
much
they
practice they got on
grinded
it.
out.
Yeah.
And Boostio